Alright, welcome back everybody to Halo 3. This is the last mission in Halo 3 called Full Circle. Pretty apt name for this. If you're starting out with the wrong weapons, beginning of this you can turn around, go by your dropship. There's shotgun rounds, I believe assault rifles back here as well. Definitely battle rifles back here, as you can see. So you can pick up, your ideal combination of weapons if you don't have, you're not carrying your save over from the last episode and you've got a brute shot in your back pocket. It's fine. This is a pretty good starting point when we run into the first set of enemies.
Head through the cliffs.
What's going to happen is we're going to run into some power weapons almost immediately. I'm not sure if, well, I know one of them's not going to be on the ground, but I occasionally run into power weapons on the ground. I'm wondering if they're there on purpose or enemies are dropping them. By the way, go to the right here. I'm sorry, yeah, go to the right here. The last skull of the mission, I believe, is right here. I think it's the last skull. Again, I'm not sure if these activate. Back in the old Halo days, console Halo days, you used to have to find these fuckers. I imagine this only activates when you're on legendary mode, though. So I think I actually did that once. To select them all in legendary. It's ridiculous. Those missions pretty straightforward. We'll kill this guy, take his fucking doom hammer. That'll give you a pretty good leg up to the rest of this mission.
Flood dispersal pods. Control room's at the top of that tower, Chief. Go!
As I mentioned before, when you have a buddy helping you out, you draw some of the fire away from you. It makes the level so much easier to deal with. You don't have the entire map turning directly in your vicinity and shooting at you. I'm saying I'm having trouble at the moment, but you can see there's always little guys hanging around. I fell down, the small, very small drop, opening drop there is. Anywho, do that again. Pick up the hammer again. I don't find this level to be all that long. It's just this open area right here. We're going to climb the tower to my right-hand side.
Flood dispersal pods. Control room's at the top of that tower,
the more flood you're probably going to run into, I imagine. You don't want to go too slow either, because I'm not sure how the respawn rate is, if it's infinite or not. That's pretty awesome. If not jump, that's even more awesome. Anywho, eventually what's going to happen, you ever notice that door to the left there until now? Anywho, what we're going to do is we're going to climb this center section. It looks just like the center section from Halo 1. You may or may not recognize this section. It's a little different than Halo 1, obviously. Get shotgunned, I think. Oh, maybe brute shotted. And, once we make it up to the top there, we'll have to clear off the rest of the flood that are on the map. There'll be a couple of waves that will spawn in after you get to that point. And then... there's that. Yeah, I was talking about turning fire weapons. But yeah, I mean, there's this, then there's going to be a cutscene, and then there's going to be our escape, and that's going to be the whole level. This is going to be about, say 70% of the levels right here. Just getting up to the top here, clearing out all the flood enemies that are coming after you. Obviously, right now we're dealing with the infected versions. You can see the other guys are climbing up the side here. We'll have to deal with them. Try not to shoot the Arbiter, he's your buddy. everybody. So I've not played any Halo game after 4. I've also not played ODST, which I may give a try to at some point. I'm not sure. ODST is that weird side game that I don't really know what to make of. Because you can just as easily play that game or not play that game and get everything that you really want out of Halo. Because it focuses around Marines. You're trying in the sort of like the aftermath of the invasion to Earth by the Covenant corruption. I'm not sure if it takes place directly before or smack dab in the middle of 3. It probably takes place in the middle of 3, like post the Prophet of Truth coming to Earth, you know, before they leave the Earth. But, what am I trying to say? Not a big fan. I shouldn't say I'm not a big fan, but the game never really interested me enough to actually sit down and play it. You know, the concept of it. I loved Reach. Reach is, I've played it 100 times before, probably. Reach is my favorite Halo game. It combines all of the best elements, I think, that are in a Halo game. Now, you're more of a fan of the Doom thing, where you're God, warrior, you know, and it's going to be you versus the universe, and somehow you're going to overturn the odds and somehow come out alive. I mean, that's fine and dandy. But I really like the fact that in they basically give you and a buddy in every level. And you and your buddy are fighting, or sometimes it's your whole team. That was kind of a nifty thing where you're a team of Spartan. And they all live up, the best part is they all live up to their name. You know what I mean? They're all, you know, none of them are like, you know, jokey Spartan.
I got you covered, Chief.
Or nerdy Spartan. You know, where they're just like one boring gimmick that I'm not really interested in. They all die like a bunch of cookies. They're all like, in my opinion, they're all really good representations of a Spartan. And you get to play with a whole team of them. And they're not in every, you know, the whole team's not in every level. But there are a couple levels where you get to play with the whole team, which I thought was amazing. And then there are other missions where you're breaking off with one of your members, and you and your buddy are going off to fight a whatever, you know, a portion of the battle. You take the bulkhead or something. You know what I mean? I won't get into it any more than the story any more than that, just because when I play that game, I want to really talk about it. But I didn't play any Halo games after 4. Not that there's anything wrong with 4. It's just that 4. What did I do? I know. Reach was on.
Moving, Chief. I got your back.
Why am I thinking that I played this? Where did I play Halo 4 on? Couldn't have been. Maybe I played it on the PC. I don't know. Feels odd that I would have played this on a console, because my last console would have been the PlayStation, the 360. And I switched over to the PS4 when Bloodborne came out. I had to have played that game somewhere. I was way back in the day, too. I have to imagine I was still console exclusive, so the only I could have played was anyway, I played Halo 4. I thought it was a pretty good game. Yep, I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm alive. I didn't mind Halo 4. I thought it was an interesting diversion, or, you know, change to the formula where you're not fighting Covenant and Flood, and, you know, versus a new enemy, and the enemy type definitely has different stuff that makes it. It follows some of the same, game plan. It's got a head that you can shoot for headshot damage, and it's got a body, and it's different than the grunts and the elites you fight. And yes, if you want to fight the elites and grunts, there are some at the beginning of the game to fight. But it gets more deeper into the Halo lore now that you're past, the fact that you've eliminated or eradicated the Flood, so that's dead. At the end of this game, boy, I'm just blanking on it right now. Also, I believe this is Berserker, which makes, invincibility. Some of the Proof Chieftains have this, but they can proc. It makes you invincible, you can't take any damage until blah blah blah. You could also pick up an auto turret and just kind of place them here, but I'm not going to do that because I'm pretty confident in my ability.
Yeah, I hear you.
Me and the Arbiter will take care of it.
Was that the monitor? You didn't tell me he was here.
Yeah, I gotta catch Cortana up on a lot of shit.
Well,
Me and the Arbiter are buddies. I found that out at the beginning of the game. I didn't even know, Master Chief, that is. Didn't even know we were buddies. The Covenant, by the time you pick up, what's-her-face, or Cortana, the Covenant's more or less dead. What else? They died again. I've got Guilty Spark is my buddy. He's gonna help me out to get to the Halo. We can fire the Halo ring, blow up the Halo ring, and destroy all the Flood. So I'll explain just a little bit of a spoiler in case you've not beaten Halo 3. Basically, what happens is you fire the ring, you get off the ring. You manage to survive, because of the Halo 4. But basically what happens is there's a slip space rupture they create, and as you're teleporting through the slip space rupture, like half of the ship gets cut off, and you end up in a different part of the galaxy, which is not really, they don't really talk about where exactly that is, but essentially the Arbiter and the rest of the ship ends up back at Earth, and that's why, I guess, even though you're firing a Halo ring, you're not eliminating part of the galaxy. We'll figure that one out. The ending's kind of difficult to sort of piece together. Essentially, we're going to kill the Blaze Mine, but we've infected this Halo ring by exploding the Halo ring, but I don't know if we're actually firing the full power might of the ring, which would eliminate a certain portion of the galaxy as it fires, or we're just blowing up the Halo ring, and all of that damage is causing enough for the Flood to be demolished or blah blah blah. But of course, obviously, the answer is that at any given time, whether this has happened in a later Halo game I'm not aware of or not, at any given time, the Raiders can reach into their back pocket and go, oh yeah, one Flood Spore survived, the Flood's back. So, like I said, I didn't play any after 4. Flood was not in 4. They're dead at the end of 3. That's about it. They come back in 5 or 6, I don't know. Because, I don't know.
Open up!
Things got kind of weird.
Not for long. I'm tracking additional dispersal pods. They'll be hitting any minute.
Chief! Arbiter! Let's
now
move!
we've passed the, I guess, what you call the halfway point of the mission. We've gotten to the point where we're about to put the index in, fire, start the Halo ring to fire.
Do I take life or give it? Who is victim and who is foe?
It's trying to rebuild itself on this ring.
Hurry! Control room's close!
Unfortunately, most of this is just going to be cutscenes from here on out. So we're moving up. No enemies to fight so far. Gotta wait for my NPCs to catch up. They're kind of running behind me right now. And then this door that I'm facing is the correct door. Just sort of waste a little bit of time here while they catch up. Door opens up, checkpoint. Now we've got a cutscene.
Yank me, Chief.
I'm not gonna lose her, too.
I'm not sure I understand this scene right here. Cortana's in the back of your head, but you're gonna give Cortana to Johnson so that you can, I guess, guard the door.
Oh, hello. Wonderful news. The installation is almost complete.
Terrific.
Yes, isn't it? I have begun my simulations. No promises, but initial results indicate this facility should be ready to fire in just a few more days.
We don't have a few more days.
But a premature firing will destroy the Ark.
Deal with it.
Will destroy this installation. Unacceptable! Unacceptable!
Guilty
Absolutely
343 being stuck with his protocols
dictates action. I see
and
now
dictates.
that helping you was wrong.
Decides he's gonna attack us.
You are the child of my makers, inheritor of all they left behind. You are Forerunner. But this ring is mine.
So he's a little bit nutty. He wants, basically what's happening here is the Ark job is to recreate
I take no pleasure
if
in
a
doing
Halo
what
ring
must
were to
be
be
done.
damaged or destroyed, i.e. certain for some reason, if it were to say fall into, be pulled into a black hole
Not for long.
or fall into a sun or something, the Ark would automatically recreate the new Halo ring and replace the one that was busted or destroyed. Oh, also, bye-bye.
Stop now before one of us gets hurt.
I must tip my hat to this thing. Tanks cannot stand up to one of these. Yet he blew up after 3 of them. Took 3 whole charged shots to defeat him. I gotta tip my hat to him on that one. You're built with some very solid stuff there, buddy. What I don't tip my hat to is obviously my buddy here is dead. Or killed, dying.
I'm getting you out of here.
No, you're not. No, don't let her go. Don't ever let her go.
Again, I'm having issues with the dialogue.
Send me out with a bang.
Send me out with the bang is what he said there. I don't know why. It just sometimes the music seems to be not well balanced against the audio, and I don't. It has to be something in my settings. I've tried to turn the music down before, and still, some of these lines seem to come in more
I'm so sorry.
clearly than others. I like how the Halo ring in 1. Well, I guess this is the same facility. I guess I shouldn't complain. I was gonna say, I like how in Halo 1, in this one, the firing mechanism is the same. But when you go into the other Halo ring and they start the firing sequence,
Come.
it's a completely different kind of setup to the room. So we're gonna have a brief fight here. Basically what's happening is I'm fighting a couple little flood spores and guys here. Then we're going to dual wield plasma rifle, and that's going to be the end of this. There's not really much the game can do when I double wield plasma rifle. I didn't think it was possible in any game except for Halo 2. But basically we're just going to smear everything from here on out. However, the terminals are now our enemy. They're no longer our buddy.
Even in death, your sergeant guides us.
Dawn. Of course.
We're allies.
Allies. Yes, I know. You are from my shitty DC. So basically,
Find the doorway in the cliffs, Chief.
yeah,
The Dawn is on the other
he
side.
left the big ship parked. The one that we took from Earth with us that has all the tanks and everything else in it. But he's got that parked at the edge of the Halo ring, so that's what we're going to do is we're going to run our way there. Like I said, you know, even though there is a little bit more, there's been a little bit more fighting here, there's not a ton of it left after you get past
See
the
that
door
doorway
opening.
further on? Get to it.
So yeah, Cortana's starting to give me waypoint, basically directing where I need to go. And you can see there's a little bit of fighting I can do here, but like Halo 1, I can dodge a lot of it by going down the side hallway a little bit.
Don't let this ring be the end of
Kind
us,
of weird.
Chief.
Just saying that for testing could also kill me. And even though it doesn't look like the Arbiter's behind me, he automatically spawns on the vehicle I'm about to jump into.
There, Johnson's Warthog.
So Johnson left me not only a Warthog to do a callback to the original Halo when we did
Come
the
on, Spartan,
Warthog
go,
run,
go, go!
but also we're going to do the same thing we did in Halo 1, which is we're going to make a Warthog run to a ship. The only difference is it's not like a battleship. It's more like, well, it is more like a battleship. It's not like just a regular old-fashioned airship, you know, that you would use to transport yourself from here to the next interstellar planet, I guess. We're actually be on like a full-blown warship. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to do this part. I didn't mind this callback with the Warthog run. I just felt like also I'm gonna be knocking over this thing a whole bunch, I think. But rolling it a whole bunch, I think. But the thing, I don't mind this because for some reason this feels like this Warthog feels way slower than the other Warthog run we did. And it could be because I'm playing on my PC for the 4th or 5th time instead of on 360 for the first time. But yeah, if you were to tug on my nostalgia boner a little bit, say how would you like to end Halo 3? This would be a pretty good option. Kind of roll my eyes and it's not a very original thing, but you know, you're essentially racing against time, even though unlike Halo 1 there's not really a clock that is preventing you from taking your time, but these little blocks that are underneath you that I gotta drive on, they do start to explode after a while, so get around these areas too long, eventually they will fall to the earth and you get a game over. Yeah, that's you don't want to be like just sit there. Blow up guys do not work well. Good, go again. doing great with the Warthog. I have to say, it's a good programming design to have the Arbiter automatically spawn in kind of invisibly in the back of the Warthog every time you jump in. Otherwise, you probably have a situation to be like, Cortana will be like, that's the cheat. You're leaving the Arbiter behind. Go get him. And you'd be like, fuck that.
30%.
Take you out of immersion. You do want to watch out sometimes the point that they're showing you is correct, like that. That I was going towards the waylay point and was not fully accurate for me. So yeah. Alright, back to the start. Mush. I must say, I don't really understand in Halo 1, but I get why the Flood is fighting the little Sentinel, machine Sentinel. I don't really understand why in Halo 1 there was Flood fighting, Sentinels fighting Covenant units. It's like, there's a fucking warning horn going on. You don't want to just fucking run away. Not designed to run away, I'm designed to stand here and die. I wouldn't say gripe with this, is that my worry is always that the thing that I'm about to drive over is going to explode right in front of me and I'm going to be like, uh-oh. But so far I've avoided that.
50%, Chief.
30% or whatever she said. Gave me a percentage, I can't hear over the music. So yeah, I'm also see this area over to the left. So it's affecting my control. Like my favorite part of this whole thing, the violin or whatever comes in. That's what makes a good video game great. Great music. If you've got a really great video game and you want it like a really good video game, it's got solid gameplay,
70%.
got a good loop to it, good hook to it. Storyline's decent. It doesn't have to be great. I mean, we've seen that with Dark Souls, you know, where there's not as much storyline. But if you put in some banger-ass music, that game easily goes up 2 to 3 points on the scale, in my opinion.
80% charged.
Because you're doing the visual thing where you're playing it, you're getting the tactile, the tactile feeling of, I'm pressing the button, doing the move, whatever that is. And then you've got these like really memorable songs that perfectly encapsulate the moment or fight. It just helps to like cement in your brain. Like, oh, that's so good. Yeah, I've died to that thing several times. I don't like it. I'm always looking for it. Usually the left here. Entire area. Try to go right, you will die. That's the end of this mission, essentially. The rest of this is just going to be cutscenes. Oh yeah, by the way, in case you weren't aware, this is in fact a battleship. That was in fact a Spartan tank. Fucking amazing. Cool. You okay, Arbiter? Yeah, I'm cool. Cool. I'm gonna close the door now.
Hang on!
Alright, we're gonna launch the engine. Get pushed out here. Oh no! The force of the ship moving away and the thing. Oh no, I'm falling. What am I gonna do? Oh no! Oh no, the vacuum space has pulled me. What shall I do?
Chief!
Oh, I managed to hold on just at the last moment. The Spartan tank goes flying out the back. I'm gonna climb up these ridges, I guess. Kind of a silly looking climb, but whatever. It's a pretty good shot right there.
If we don't make it,
We'll make it.
it's been an honor serving with you, John.
Yeah, you said something. I couldn't hear it over the music. Sorry. Should put subtitles on, I guess. So, like I said, basically what happened was the ship split in half. Is they're trying to go through a warp gate or hyperspace or whatever.
War is over.
And the Arbiter and the front half of the ship makes it through. But the back end of the ship does not. These are pictures of a bunch of people that gave their lives,
decision required courage
including Johnson and Commander Keyes.
Sacrifice and unshakable conviction that their fight, our fight, was elsewhere.
Hi, Arbiter. How you doing? I wish there was another Halo game where we could play as the Arbiter.
This hillside will remain barren, a memorial to heroes fallen. They ennobled all of us, and they shall not be forgotten.
Basically, they did all the dirty work so that you get to live in peace. Often sacrificing their lives, sanity, etc. in order so that the remainder of humanity can live in peace.
I remember how this war started, what your kind did to mine. I can't forgive that. But you have my thanks for standing by him to the end.
There's reminiscing about the Contact War where they met the...
Were it so easy?
Talking about peace. Now, thanking him for all the stuff that they did to help defeat the Covenant and restore peace to the world, the galaxy, what have you.
Things look different without the Prophet's lies clouding my vision. I would like to see our own world, to know that it is safe. Fear not, for we have made it so. By your word, Arbiter. Take us home.
So just a quick side point. In the Halo lore, originally the Arbiter was a leader of the elites. I don't know if he was the leader of the elites. But basically when they joined the Covenant, they took the status of Arbiter and sort of turned it into a position of shame that basically only is designed to go on suicide missions and eventually will die. And usually the Arbiter is whoever is coming up in the ranks as the next, what you could call the leader of the elites. You know, whether that you want to call them like the warlord or whatever.
Can you hear me?
This is the other end of the
too.
ship that didn't make through the warp gate. The warp, whatever. So yes, Master Chief's alive, Cortana's alive. They're stuck in space with their, you know, whatever you want to call it, future uncertain. Basically, Cortana's telling you that
I'm not sure.
we survived, but
When Halo fired, it shook itself to pieces. Did a number on the Ark. The portal couldn't sustain itself. We made it through just as it collapsed. Oh, some of us made it.
So basically, Master Chief is going to put himself into hibernation while Cortana operates on low power, trying to put out a distress beacon so they can get saved. But she's not sure how long that'll be, if it's going to be days, weeks, or years. So you get a, you know, the bookends of the Halo series. You just count the first 3 games, where your Master Chief's story starts when you're waking up out of a cryogenic pod, and you're going to end Halo 3 with him going back into the cryogenic pod. But anyways, I'm going to let this play out and cut the episode at the end. When we come back, we'll be playing something different than Halo.
Years even.
But eventually we will play Reach. So until then, I hope you guys all have a good one.
When you need me.